All right, guys, back with you again. We have another game for you here. This is the first game for May 15th, 1908. The Tigers at the Red Sox. You're going to take a quick look here at the standings. The Red Sox are a game out of first place, 7-3 in their last 10. Detroit, meanwhile, has lost its last game 5-5 out of the last 10. They're 12-14. Now, you might think that's not so great for a team that won the pennant in 1907 and won the pennant in real life in 1908, but in real life, around this period of time, they were playing pretty poorly. So here's Sam Crawford, who leads this off for the Tigers, rolling a 14 for a 43. It's a fly ball to Kravitz over and left, one away. Matty McIntyre up there now, up against Eddie Cicotte, the knuckleballer. 3-2 his Cicotte's record with a 3.23 ERA. The rule is a 64 for a 13, and McIntyre strikes out. 2 gone. Here's Claude Ross. Claude rolls a 32 for a 26, ground ball to second, and it'll be McConnell who throws to first. We go to the bottom of the first inning. It's Doc Kessler for the Red Sox. Kessler rolls a 31 for a 9. There's a single over short, and that's the way he greets Wild Bill Donovan. Donovan's 2-2 this season, 1.27 ERA. Here now is Bob Unglaub. Roll for Unglaub, 56 for a 34. There's a little E roll. It's a 33, so that's going to be a pop-up over to the left side. The shortstop Schaefer will grab that, one away. Amby McConnell now hitting 300 even. He rolls a 31 for a 9. That's a single infield hit, and that will send Gessler up to second. And here comes Heine Wagner. Wagner's hitting 274. And Heine rolls a 42 for a 23, changed to a 36. It's a pass ball. The runners will move up a base. Wagner now 2 men in scoring position, has a chance to do something big. And his rolls a 42 for a 23 again, and this time it's going to be a triple play, actually be a double play, so it's a fly ball over to center field. Crawford makes a great catch and then throws over to Coughlin at third base to double up the runner, and we go to the top of the second inning. So we've had a lot of fireworks here so far. Of course, it can't be a triple play if there's one man out. Here's Germany Schaefer. Schaefer rolls a 31 for a 9. It's a pop-up left side, and Lord has that one away. Ty Cobb now. Cobb rolls a 25 for an 11. That's a base hit, then a stolen base, and that'll bring up Bill Coughlin. Cobb there in scoring position. Coughlin has driven in 9. Tigers having some offensive problems, as you can imagine. The roll's a 25 for a 9. It's a ground ball to first base. Unglaub does it to the bag himself, and there's 2 away. Here now is Red Downs. Downs rolls a 52 for a 27. It'll be a ground ball to third base. Lord has that and goes on to first. And we will go to the bottom of the second inning. Here is Harry Lord hitting 255. His roll is a 36 for a 30. Fly ball left field, and McIntyre's got that for the out, one away. Denny Sullivan now. He rolls a 16 for a 28 ground ball. Schaefer left side throws to first, 2 away. And here's Lou Krieger. Lou rolls a 45 for a 14 and will take a walk. That's walk number 15 given up by Wild Bill Donovan. That's been part of his weakness this season. I'll bring up the number 8 hitter, Gavin Kravitz, hitting 200. Not so bad for a number 8 guy in 1908. He rolls a 52 for a 27. It's a ground ball to Coughlin, who goes the short way to Downs for the force out, and we go to the top of the third. Ira Thomas will lead this off for the Tigers. And he rolls a 56 for a 22, changed to 17. That'll be a fly ball to right field, and Gessler's got that one away. Wild Bill Donovan now with 1 out, top of the third. Rolls a 44 for a 9. It's a pop-up left side, and Lord has that for the out, 2 away. Here's Sam Crawford. Sam rolls a 64 for a 13 and strikes out, and we'll go to the bottom of the third inning. It's Eddie Cicotte leading this off for the Red Sox. Up against Wild Bill Donovan. Cicotte hitting 250, good for a pitcher. His rolls a 41 for a 27. Ground ball to Coughlin, who goes to first, 1 away. Doc Kessler now, scoreless ball game. Gessler rolls a 16 for a 26. Ground ball to second, and Downs has that on to first, 2 gone. Here's Unglaub. 313, Bob is hitting. His rolls a 45 for a 14. Another walk given up by Donovan, and Unglaub still second base. That's walk number 16 that Donovan's given up. He's having a hard time with those, and here's McConnell with a runner in scoring position. 2 outs, bottom of the third. And Amby rolls a 14 for a 43. It's a fly ball center field, and that will be Crawford grabbing that for the out. We go to the top of the 4th inning. McIntyre to lead this off for the Tigers. Rolls a 12 for a 25. There's a little E roll. and it's a 64 out of the range. It's a ground ball over to second. McConnell goes to first with a 1 away. Claude Rossman now rolls a 45 for a 14, and he'll take his base on a walk, and that'll bring up Germany Schaefer. So runner on at first base for the Tigers, who haven't had many of those. Here is Schaefer, rolls a 46 for a 27, and they didn't keep that one for long. Ground ball to Lord, goes to McConnell for 1, and on to Unglaub at first for the double play. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning, and it's still a 0-0 game. Heine Wagner leads this off for the Red Sox, number 4 hitter. Rolls a 31 for a 9. That's a single, and then he's caught trying to steal because of the little E. 1 away. Here's Harry Lord. He rolls a 43 for a 29. Comebacker to Donovan, who goes to first for the second out. 2 away. Denny Sullivan now rolls a 12 for a 25. Ground ball second base. It'll be, Downs. There you are, throwing to first for the out. We go to the top of the 5th, still no score. And it's Ty Cobb again. Cobb's hitting 271, so not quite as well as he did in real life, that's for sure. He rolls a 15 here, though, for another 11. That's a single. Then he steals second base just like that. So he has all the offense here for the Tigers, 2 base hits, and that'll bring up Coughlin. There was a walk in there somewhere, too. And Bill rolls a 66 for a 0. And then a 15 for a 6. That'll be a double scoring Cobb, and Coughlin's over on a second base. See, he can do it too, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Tigers. Here now is Red Downs. Downs rolls a 23 for a 32. Fly ball right field. Gessler's got that one, and Coughlin moves over to third base easily, 1 away. And here's Ira Thomas. Thomas rolls a 46 for a 13 and strikes out easy, 2 away. Strikeout number 3 by Cicotte, and here comes Wild Bill. Pitcher rolls at 42 for a 13. Cicotte's got his 4th strikeout. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Luke Krieger comes up here for the Red Sox. Rolls a 52 for a 27. Ground ball left side, and it's Coughlin who has that on to first, 1 away. Gabby Kravitz now rolls a 65 for a 35. There's a little E roll. It's a 34 out of the range, and that's going to be a fly ball over to the pop fly, rather, over to the left side. Coughlin has that, and there's 2 away. Here now is Eddie Cicotte. Eddie rolls a 31 for a 9. Pop fly again over to the left side. It will be Coughlin who grabs that for the out, the third baseman. We go to the top of the 6th inning. And it's Sam Crawford leading this off for the Tigers, who have a 1-0 lead. Crawford rolls a 34 for a 44. Fly ball center field. It'll be Sullivan for the out, 1 away. Matty McIntyre now rolls a 56 for a 34. There's a little E roll. It's a 35, and so it's a pop-up over left side. Wagner, Heine Wagner's got that, 2 away. Claude Rossman now rolls a 32 for a 26. It's a ground ball to McConnell. The second baseman goes to first, and we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Doc Gessler up there for the Red Sox, down by a run. Gessler's hitting 360, one of the leading hitters in the league. He rolls a 64 for a 40, changed to 36. That'll be a ball. Next rolls a 62 for a 12. Little E's roll is a 14. That is within the range. That's changed to an 18. That'll be an error on the shortstop Schaefer. And so Gessler winds up on first base. Here now is Bob Unglaub. Question is swing away or bunt, and we'll probably bunt, I would say, with him. Roll is a 63 for a 31. It's a good bunt over to Rossman. The first baseman flips over to Downs covering at the bag. Gessler moves to second. 1 away, 2 chances to drive him in. Here's McConnell, who's driven in 13 so far this season. And he rolls a 13 for a 14. He will take his base, and that'll bring up Heine Wagner. So not what Wild Bill Donovan wanted to do here. Wagner's a good hitter, hitting 278. Has driven in a couple guys. Not much power, a little bit of it. His roll is a 62 for a 12. There is a little E roll. And the roll is a 24 just outside the range. And so that'll be a double play ball to Schaefer, who flips to Downs for 1. On to Rossman at first for the double play. We go to the top of the 7th, and the Tigers somehow managed to survive that. Here's Germany Schaefer. Schaefer rolls a 65 for a 35. Pop foul over left side, and it will be Lord for the catch, 1 away. Here's Ty Cobb, 2 for 2 today with 2 stolen bases. Rolls a 63 for a 31. Fly ball center field. Sullivan has that, and there's 2 away. Bill Coughlin comes up. He rolls a 26 for a 27. Ground ball left side. Lord has that on to first, and we go to the bottom of the 7th. And again, here is Harry Lord. It feels like it happens so often. You make a good play in the field, you lead off the next inning. That's karma. Lord rolls a 43 for a 29. Comebacker to Donovan, who goes on to first, one away. Denny Sullivan now rolls a 66 for a 0. We may have a ball game on our hands here. Second rolls a 46 for a 6. That'll be a double, and that'll bring up Lou Krieger. So now there's a question as to what you want to do. Probably swing away, I would say, with Krieger. He's hitting 219. 4 RBIs is all, though. And look at that. He rolls a 66 for a 0. That was the right decision. Next is rolls a 63 for a 6. And so it's Krieger who gets the double. And he scores Sullivan, and that will make this one a 1-1 ball game just like that. And so Krieger here, bottom of the 7th inning, has tied the ball game up. There's still only one away, and here's Gavy Kravitz. Kravitz is not hitting so well, which is why he's hitting in the 8th hole. His roll is a 61 for a 40, changed to a 38, and that's going to be a single between third and short. That'll send Krieger over to third. And here comes Eddie Cicotte. Kravitz, does he have an 11? He doesn't, so we're not going to do anything crazy with him. And this is where we have to think about, do we want to leave him in the game? Do we want to take him out of the game? I mean, this is the reason why we play these games. You think, oh, it doesn't matter. This is all about just sitting there watching. Well, when you come up to this situation, you're like, okay, what do I do? Do I leave him in? Do I take him out? I think we leave him in. We're not going to have a hit and run on. I worry about him rolling a strikeout and ending all this madness for the Red Sox. So we'll leave Cicotte in. We'll let him swing away. Could bunt. I'm not so sure if I want to do that with Krieger. Infield will come in. Let's yeah, we're going to turn the safety squeeze on. Let's try that. And the roll is a 35 for a 36, and that's a passed ball, and that will score the run and allow the other runner to go to second. That is a crazy roll. That's an absolutely crazy roll. So Cicotte ends up getting the passed ball, and that results, of course, in a run scoring. Kravitz goes over to second, and it's a 2-1 ball game, and the Red Sox have come back. Cicotte with another roll. Rolls a 62 for a 12, and that's a strikeout, and there's 2 away. Here's Doc Gessler now for the Red Sox, and see if he can add to the lead. His roll is a 23 for a 29. It's a ground ball to the right side. Rossman has that one. Flips over to Donovan at first for the out. When we go to the top of the 8th inning, it'll be Red Downs leading this off for the Tigers. Red rolls a 13 for a 36, changed to a 23. That's going to be an error on the catcher, Krieger, who had that ball right in front of him. Bad throw over to first base. So Downs reaches, and here comes Ira Thomas. Thomas going to bunt. The roll is a 15 for a 7. We shouldn't have called for that. So it's a bunt over to Unglaub, who flips over to McConnell, covering at the bag. Downs moves over to second base, and here's Donovan, first of 2 attempts to hit that run home. We're going to let Wild Bill swing away, hitting 313. And he rewards us by rolling a 15 for a 10, and that singles Downs over to third base. Downs not quite fast enough to score on that infield hit, but hey, it's something. So Donovan with the base hit. Runners now on first and third, and here comes Sam Crawford, and the Tigers have something going. Crawford's hitting 306. Rolls a 64 for a 13, and that's a strikeout. There's 2 away, and here's Matty McIntyre. And Matty rolls a 34 for a 44. There's a little E-roll. It's a 32 out of the range. Fly ball center field. Sullivan has that for the out. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning just like that. Could have called a hit and run and would have had good luck that time, but the negatives outweigh the positives when you try that. Here's Bob Unglaub, bottom of the 8th. He rolls a 63 for a 31. Fly ball center field. Crawford has that. There's 1 away. Amby McConnell now. Rolls a 35 for a 9. It's a pop-up left side. Lord has that, and there's 2 gone. Here now is Heine Wagner. And Wagner rolls a 55 for an 8. That'll be a single to left center field, bringing up Harry Lord. So runner on at first. And Lord rolls a 44 for an A. That puts runners on the corners now for Denny Sullivan. Sullivan today, 1 for 3. Did drive a run home. And his roll is a 31 for a 9. That's a single over short, and that makes us a 3-1 ball game. Lord stops at second, and that will bring up Lou Krieger. Donovan in more trouble here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And the roll by Krieger is a 14 for a 43. That's a fly ball over to left field. McIntyre's got it for the out, but not before the Red Sox add another one. That makes this a 3-1 game. We go to the top of the ninth. It'll be Claude Rossman and then Germany Schaefer, followed by Ty Cobb. And Rossman rolls a 22 for a 7, so he gets started right off the bat with a single. Schaefer now. Hit number 5 is all for the Tigers. Schaefer's hitting 262, 0 for 3 today. Did ground into a double play, and his roll is a 63 for a 31. Fly ball over to center field. Sullivan has that for the out, 1 away. Rossman being slow really makes a difference there because we're not hitting and running. 1 away, here's Cobb. He rolls a 52 for a 27. That's a ground ball over to third base. It's Lord, McConnell, then Unglaub. Cobb is fast, not that fast, and that does it. Final score, Red Sox 3, Tigers 1. So much for the Tigers. They had a lead at one point in time and ended up blowing it, and that's the end of this one. Hope you enjoyed this game, and I'll talk with you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.